Webtoon character Na Kang Lim is about this absolute buffoon before you fumbling one of the easiest MC bags one could have. Psych! Turns out he's actually not the MC of our story, but the MC of a webtoon that our MC, Kang Lim, is reading. And he's also pissed at the MC for being like Melvin Gordon. As he thinks aloud, why are all the guys in webtoons such betas? The comments aren't much better, as they are just letting off shots, as Kang Lim sits up and yells, how could the MC possibly turn that down? Cause if it was him, he'd be 6 feet deep in it. When his younger sister, Na Min Jong, pops into his room, telling him as nicely as possible to shut the whole fuck up, as she's on a call and he's embarrassing her. So if he could just stop doing whatever the fuck he's doing, that would be great. Kang Lim starts apologizing, but Min Jeong has already said her piece. As she slams the door, as she walks out, Kang Lim wonders, but why? After surviving that sudden boss encounter, Kang Lim grabs his phone and wonders how is he gonna wait a week for the next chapter to drop, as he doesn't got any more views left. And like all contributing members of society, he thinks how he's gonna go about getting some more views for free, but instead decides to commit the biggest mistake on the internet, reading the comments. He then sees a comment saying how they like how the MC's innocent. Now, let me say this. I personally don't mind when a character's innocent, but could you just not make everyone else around them horny? Please? Back on topic. The commenter also comments, talk is cheap, and put your money where your mouth is, and become the main character. Kang Lim thinks aloud. If he could, he would. And if only he had the looks. He then turns to look at himself in the mirror. And now that he actually takes a look, maybe he does have the looks. Let me break it to you, Kang Lim. You get a solid 6 from me, man. Kang Lim then thinks he could probably do the fighting stuff if he tried, as he punches his chair. His sister bangs on the wall to once again, calmly and nicely, ask him to shut all the way the fuck up, ya bitch. It's now the next day, and we find ourselves in most people's hell, high school, where we meet. Oh no, the witness has claimed another victim. Shin Young-soo, who like most League of Legends players, suffers from a severe case of delusion, as he sits down and immediately starts talking about how he carried Kang Lim's sorry ass to plat. He then also brags about his fucking gotcha pulls, as he pulled the new limited unit off a single. Been there, Young-soo, been there. As Kang Lim is distraught, as Young-soo is a free-to-play champion, Kang Lim then asks Young-soo if he's read that chapter yesterday. Young-soo asks which one is he talking about. Kang Lim says ESW. Young-soo is confused and asks, is that a new series or something? This puzzles Kang Lim, as he's wondering if Young-soo is being moronic. He's talking about Escape the Sixth Wife. Young-soo says, what an interesting title. He didn't think there'd be a famous series he didn't know about yet. Same note to Young-soo. Same note to. Kang Lim asked, is he fucking with him? Just cause Dahi was the lead yesterday instead of his precious Yi Rim, who's been in it for the last 2 months. But Young-soo is genuinely confused as he gets a weep alert on his phone that he's being invaded again, and Young-soo goes into full delusional monologue. Kang Lim decides to look for ESW to shove it in his face. But what's this? It's not in his recents. Did they take it down just because everyone was on that chapter's ass? But isn't that a bit too much just from a little criticism? The teacher then comes in the room and tells everyone to be quiet, as, oh my goodness, what's this? A transfer student showing up in my webtoon? Impossible. And can we all take a guess at who the transfer student is? That's right, you, He, one of the heroines from ESW. All the simps in the class are being some horny teenagers, while Kang Lim is in shock. Dahi is finishing up her introductions. The class is in awe, as Kang Lim is having a internal and external crisis, as this fictional character is now non-fiction. Young-soo asks Kang Lim, is he familiar with this other dimensional female? Whatever the fuck that means. Oh, he's referring to 3D women. Ah. Loser. Kang Lim starts a fucking long ass internal monologue about how of course he knows her, and rightfully he is confused, as my god, he's still internally monologuing. In short, he is his waifu. Kang Lim then asks how she's here. He then denies reality for a bit, believing it to be a prank. Cosplay? Dream. The teacher then asks Dahi, does she know Kang Lim? And she has no fucking idea who the hell he is. It's now time to feast on cheap, underwhelming, half-cooked food. School lunch. As young Soo then speaks in Weeb to Kang Lim, who's still going through it, trying to comprehend the whole fictional characters now in reality thing, you know, simple stuff. Kang Lim then prepares to go and talk to Dahi. He looks at her and freezes as he realizes that she's badder than a motherfucker. As he's getting mesmerized by her looks, she then glances at him and makes eye contact. She then stands up and strolls over to Kang Lim. And my God, Kang Lim is so nervous, he somehow completely forgets the reason as to why she would even come talk to him in the first place. Dahi comes over to Kang Lim and asks him, have we met before? Kang Lim nervously replies, oh, no. As she remarks by the formal tone, Kang Lim then internally monologues how it's been so long since he's last talked to a girl, so it made him a nervous wreck. Now, listen, I don't want to call Kang Lim a loser, but it's real hard when he's out here demonstrating loser-like behavior. Back to Dahi, who was just wondering about that debacle in the morning, as she's the opposite of me and she can't really remember faces, as she's forgotten the faces of many people. Kang Lim then proceeds to do the bold strategy of bringing up that time she met her friend again, a scene that happened in the webtoon. And how did this go over with Dahi? Well, she's quite startled as Kang Lim realizes that was probably a fucking awful idea. Shocker. As now, Dahi is wondering, how does he know about that incident, as well as her liking white chocolates? And ladies and gentlemen, Kang Lim decides to grab the nearest shovel and decided that the hole he's dug is not deep enough, as he just digs and digs. Then two guys who definitely don't look like default asshole number one and henchman number one ask if Dahi wants to go to the convenience store to grab some food since the lunch is trash today. She agrees to go since she's been wanting to go to one, and would you look at that, default asshole number one glares at Kang Lim, and I hope it's for him being a fucking loser. Kang Lim was pretty excited to talk to Dahi, as he knows exactly what Dahi likes and dislikes, because she's his waifu. He then thinks life fucking sucks. Same note too, bro. Now back at home, and I just don't fucking understand what he's expecting to happen here. Leaves a comment about how a webtoon character has appeared in real life. Like, what comments was he expecting to get? And after reading the comments, Kang Lim then also says, what did he expect? He then states how even he wouldn't believe something like this. And as he's thinking about how he didn't really get to talk to Dahi, his own fault by the way, when then his mom screams at him to come out for a second. His mom then tells him to go to the convenience store and get some ketchup. He wonders why, as he's just fine with eggs. His sister then interjects that she's not, and he's only playing video games, so it's fine to go. Kang Lim then thinks, this fuck, she's talking a lot of shit for someone who's only watching TV. After purchasing said ketchup from the store, now strolling back home from the store thinking about this morning's chaos, he comes to the conclusion that right now he's probably in the first chapter of ESW. As Kang Lim starts thinking, does the story from the webtoon carry over to reality, as he then starts trying to remember what happens in the first chapter of
You never see it coming. You see the memories.
You gotta be fucking kidding me! What the fuck is that? Why she hit the car like a cartoon character? It then clicks for Kang Lim that ESW is about the male lead saving 6 female leads from different dangers, and Dahi's danger was a stalker. But unlike in the webtoon, there's no male lead here. Oh my fucking god. Why she hit that car like a GTA character? But anyways, Kang Lim's going through it. She hit the She hit the fucking car so fucking hard. Oh my god. What's this? Kang Lim is now back in class, but this time his teacher is scolding him. And then the teacher introduces a new transfer student, Yu Da-hee. And as she's introducing herself again, it then sinks in for Kang Lim that he's been sent back in time to that morning. And that was Webtoon character Na Kang Lim, the first chapter at least. It was a bit of a longer chapter. No, it was definitely a longer chapter. The series has so far over 100 chapters, so it's a nice little read. And so this was brought to you by you guys, the ones who voted, the 6 of you who voted. Slice of Life won, as you can see on the screen. So, you know, if you're curious about, you know, you want to dictate which one I might read next, you can do it on the poll. So whatever, when I do the next recommending one, you know, it will be whatever genre you guys want to see. You guys might dictate how, you know, which genre shows up. I dead ass spin a fucking wheel, and whatever 5 show up on the wheel, first 5 are the ones that throw up on the poll, because I can't throw all of them up on the poll because it's literally like 33 fucking options. And so yeah, you guys can go ahead and participate. I guess that should also clarify that doesn't mean the next video is going to be recommending one, because the next video could, you know, be something different, a little bit of spice, a little bit of kick, you know. You gotta roll the dice and see what happens. I mean, fuck, this whole manga recommending shit was an accident. It was a roll of a dice, and I got a 7 technically. But now that that's all out the way, I guess let me talk a little bit more about the manga before we get to the real shit. You know, I think it's good. It is a harem ultimately, but I think so far the way they've approached it is like, the big thing about harems is you can only do harem so many different fucking ways in so many universes. But I think the main seller of every harem, if you know, when they do good harems, is always the main character. It's how well does the main character deal in situations? How enjoyable is the main character? Do we actually enjoy the main character? Is he a fucking incompetent ass? Is he not an incompetent ass? And I can assure you he's not. He's one of the few main characters I've actually seen where like he doesn't get flustered by the women anymore. There are some where like it's like chapter 400, and he, like, if they touch him, he still just gets flush red. And I'm like, brother, you've seen them naked, you've accidentally groped these women, you've done all types of unspeakable crime to many women that does count on sexual harassment and like 17,000 different fucking planets, and yet you accidentally touch hands and you just get fucking embarrassed. Kick rocks. He progressively does get like more comfortable, better with it, and you know, he doesn't really get nearly as flustered and all that. He still gets embarrassed here and there when it's, you know, newer stuff for him, but he gets used to stuff like, you know, humans do. But I do think it's a good read. Like I said, it's over 100 chapters, so it's a nice little chunk of change, you know, nice little binge. Depending on how fast you read, it could, you know, either be a day, 2, 3, a week, depends on how much free time you have. Now that we talked about the manga, I mean, I guess or the webtoon, I guess a little bit. The women are all interesting, fun, unique, different, differentiating, you know, details, principles, all that, the characters. I'll let you find that out for yourself. I'm not gonna sit here and spoil it for you. But all the women are likable. They're good. Let's get to the fun. Let's get to the last fucking part. That last fucking part when she hit that car like that, dog. Oh my god. Oh my fucking god. I have been laughing as I've been making this video over. I have been laughing every time I fucking think of it, how hard she hit that fucking car. Like, when I told you cartoonishly hit that car, the full panel is not shown because it's that big, but how fucking far she fell. It felt like someone got her in a cannon, loaded that bitch up and shot it at the car. That is not how people hit cars when they just fucking fall. Like, the way they drew it made it look like Hulk grabbed her by her fucking leg and just she yoinked her fucking down. Because the amount of devastation she did to that fucking car is not how it would work. Like, she bent the entire hood of it. She broke all the glass out of it. Like, oh my god. Oh, I don't think they meant to make it funny, but like the first time I read it, it was kind of like more of a shock thing. Like, oh my god, she's dead, dog. The second time I was fucking done. Oh my god. She just hit the car so hard. Oh my god, there's no. Oh my god, I've been laughing about it for a week. Like, it's not how human beings hit cars. Oh my god, I could talk about it for a while of just how fucking hard it might be one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like, it genuinely might be one of the funniest things I've ever seen in a webtoon ever. And I'm also, because it's just, there's no, like, she hit the car like a G. If you play GTA and you watched your character fall off a building and land on top of a fucking car, that is exactly how she looked. Like, you cannot tell me. Oh my god, I could talk about it for fucking hours. It was so fucking funny. Oh my god, it's still so fucking funny. I hope you guys might not find it as funny because it's like the shock factor of, oh my god. But like, after you read it the first time and you know, you get like, let's say you read all the way up till you get caught up. I want you to reread that first and tell me that shit is not fucking hilarious how hard she hit that car. That is not a reasonable amount of time. I didn't even talk about fucking hours how hard she hit. She's fucking hit the car so fucking hard. Anyway, before we just get into fucking infinite Tsukiyomi, talk about fucking I'm gonna fucking end this video. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you like it. And I guess if you also found it as hysterical as I did, you can leave it in the comments. Or you can be like, bro, it's not even that fucking funny. This shit is fucking hilarious. I don't care what you tell me. Oh, fuck, man. Oh, my God. Oh. I do hope you enjoyed. I ain't got nothing more but that. Oh, man. I appreciate you guys. I'm going. Peace.